Down, everybody, it's your boy, Mr. Solar Figure Shine for the R&B Talk Show, man. I know we're like an hour ahead early. Usually I go live at 8 o'clock and stuff. But tonight's guest, I'm having a legendary icon, Miss Karyn White, coming through on the R&B Talk Show, talk about a brand new single and music video, You're Gonna Want Me Back, which is available on all digital outlets. And, plus you can download the song on Spotify and other streaming platforms and things like that. For those who do know me, I think I might have said it, so I go by the DJ, the journalist, and the host. My name is Rashad Lee for the R&B Talk Show, man, and I'm glad everybody's doing good so far, man. And thank God it's spring is here, man. I tell you, man, I can't stand this up and down weather, man. It's been crazy and stuff like that. But I hope everybody's doing good, man, so far. And yeah, I wanted to talk about something too. The logo that you guys see right there on the far right side where it says RB Talk Show YouTube Live. I kind of got to a point I said, you know what, man, I got to get rid of the original logo and maybe just add it, kind of spice it up a little bit because we are live, you know what I'm saying? So this right here make a lot of sense and stuff. V's Vintage in the house. She's the PR, one of the hardest working women, saying, straight out the VA. So if you ever come to Virginia Beach, saying, ask for V's Vintage. You see her in a venue somewhere, she's right there, just having a good time. Not just having a good time, also networking, what I'm saying? One of the hardest working women that I've seen, do her thing and stuff. And I appreciate her for bringing a lot of legendary guests on my show. I mean, we talking about Michael Cooper, Glenn Jones. Oh God. I mean, Melba Moore, Robert Cool from Cool the Gang. I mean, so many, people and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? And today marks 490. So after this interview, we be 9 interviews away of getting 500. Yeah, man. So from 2019, man, up to now, man, for 7 years, it's been straight grinding, man. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate God for allowing me to, have these, face-to-face interviews and stuff like that, interviewing, legendary artists that's on the rise, some that stop singing for whatever reason, but just to be part of those little moments, says a lot of fun. Even though they've been some interesting characters, no name mentioned. For those who have followed my platform, you guys already know who that is and stuff. But wait on Carrie to come through and stuff like that as she arrives. But we're gonna be playing her song, right here on strictly Spotify, so that when people get a chance to hear her brand new record. But man, besides all that, man, hope everybody's doing well and everything, man. I just coming over a sinus infection. Man, I tell you, man, it damn near took me out, in about like a week ago. Yeah, it happened on a Sunday. For those who don't know what I do outside of, you guys see and stuff, I work in Indiana, Meadows Baptist Church, and I work in a sound room. And man, let me tell you something. I don't want to get all the details. When I passed out, man, hey man, the Lord brought me back, man. So big shout out to people at the church for saving my life, man, straight up. Michael Jones Jr., what's up, bro? Man, appreciate you coming through the R&B Talk Show, man. I know you've been waiting on this interview for a long time, brother. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of fans have, man. They've been asked about this for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Donna, what's going on? Okay, you just text Derek. Okay. Yeah, big shouts to Michael Jones Jr., man. One of the great supporters, from the R&B Talk Show and R&B Reps. Big shouts to Elise and JR. Will be back on that podcast real soon and stuff. And man, I'm just over highlighting the comments. But yeah, but make a long story short, fans been waiting on this for 2 years, man. For 2 years. And trust me, though, I interview a lot of people, and when I get in that mode, I'll be excited too, And it just really, man, it's like the whole anticipation, something that people look forward to, you know what I'm saying? And, for these interviews, I just want fans to get something out of it. I'm not really much worried about what I'm going to say. I want them, get a chance to, know the artist's history and everything. When the artists talk about their stories from the past to the present and where they're gonna go in the future and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's all about, because even though every interview of a host, they do their styles different and stuff like that, because that's what they accustomed to, And for me, I detail my questions. I might talk about something that the other hosts don't even talk about. So for me, it's like interview, me talk about stuff is really important, like the interview I did on Glenn Jones. And to this day, people still tell me that's their favorite interview, because I talked about everything, you know what I'm saying? It went straight to the point. Who else? That Mr. Dalvin, you know what I'm saying? And same way, I talk about the whole episode of Bard, a song that should be a single. And here she is. This is okay.
For 1 second.
Okay, cool.
You ready? Can you see it right there? Or do I need to turn it off?
Oh, no, you good, brother. I can hear real good.
Hey, y'all.
That's Rashad.
Hey,
Rashad, what's up, Rashad?
what's up? Finally
Love your
got you over here. I know you're a busy
platform.
woman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm just happy, man. Just blessed us to have you on the R&B Talk Show. Let me tell you something, though. I mean, you was playing in my household when my mom was going through a lot of crazy stuff.
Ooh,
With Superwoman. So you was like the hood anthem to all the black women in those days.
That makes me good. That makes me feel good. We was having a conversation about that, with music. We used to be able to get through stuff with music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not just be vibing like we are now. It used to be really getting us through.
Yeah, I wanted to play your new single, you're gonna want me back if that's okay with you and stuff.
Oh, please, come on now.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, how's the weather where you at?
Oh, weird. In Georgia, it's bipolar.
Oh yeah, that's kind of how it is here. It's kind of how it is here in
Where are
Kentucky.
you?
Oh, Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, Louisville. Oh, we're getting a lot of good love with radio in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, whenever I'm in the car and stuff like that, your music is played on Steve Harvey's Magic 101.3 consistently.
Oh, thank you for letting us know. It was Magic. Where's my pen? Magic 10. Say it again.
Yeah, Magic 101.3 FM radio.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. And Louisville. Okay, wonderful.
Yeah,
and Rashad, we got 45 minutes, man, at the most, because she got one after this.
Oh yeah, you got it.
All right.
Yeah, so let's get right to it. So your brand new single, You Go Want Me Back. So how did this concept of this single come about?
It's that grown woman, grown woman energy when you realize that you've done everything that you can do in a relationship. And that says a lot when a woman knows when she really gave her all and she can walk away from it feeling like, hey, no regrets. You know what I mean? You're going to want me back because I was that girl. So look, ladies, y'all got to be that girl so y'all can say that.
Yeah. Now, correct me on this. DOA Derek Allen produces record with you.
Oh yeah. He's my partner. I call him my Quincy Jones. Yeah, Derek played every instrument except for the horns and live music. We've had a relationship. We've gone back 35 years since my first tour with Bobby Brown, and it was great to work with him again on this project.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna play your single right now and stuff, people that get a chance to feel it. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna want me back by the R&B icon, Karyn White. Let's get it.
Derek.
You say I was wrong. You say we don't rest again.
You're gonna need it one day. Hey, yeah. Oh, baby. You're gonna miss my loving.
You tried to spend it, I'm not just still the same. But I ain't that girl, you know I can't. Time on rhythm, when you play your part. You
You
won't
want
say,
to say, oh, no, no.
you know I love me. Oh, you're gonna be the only. You don't know about me. You're gonna miss me. You
You
came
came in
said
late,
you
said
lost
you
your way. I told you
lost
you had nothing to say. You said
You said,
real
well,
quiet like the first my turn. I thought your tongue was never what to say to her. You cried, don't talk. I know that you were already gone. You said
don't trip.
step on the beat.
I'm not,
I'm just
I'm
a
just
song.
on my feet.
You know
I
that.
don't want
Oh,
to leave in one day. Hey, you know, won't be gone. You're gonna miss my love. Woo!
All right. Man,
You
get
was
that
getting a
single.
private concert over here.
Yeah, get that single everywhere, all available digital outlets. I love the music video, the whole concept and stuff. Who came up together with the treatment? Was it from your original plan or that y'all collectively as a team, you're like, what could work, what don't work as y'all put the video together?
Oh, this was one of those quick. We had did a photo session, and I was like, from a budget standpoint, being that I'm Karyn White Enterprises and not Warner Brothers, I was like, let's not waste this makeup and hair. Let's just go right on over here to a music video location and shoot it and make it all about me. And so it was an easy thing to do. We didn't make it complicated like my other videos. We just thought it was we want people to kind of see themselves in the song and to know that legacy artists out here from the 90s and 80s are still doing it.
Yeah, I tell you though, I remember as a kid, it was like with you, Janet, Vanessa Williams, oh
Mhm.
God, Jody Watley.
Oh
It was so
yeah.
many females besides the males. It's like you could not turn into a TV in a car. Y'all were just like everywhere.
Yes, and thank you for celebrating us because
You're welcome.
I really, it makes us feel so good to see us come down on your timeline, and whether it's our birthday or telling us when this was number one, this legacy artist. So thank you for all you do. And the beautiful part about all of these girls, they were still different and unique in their own way. And it was such a great time in entertainment at that time. So we love the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, absolutely. I when I was posting your history and stuff, and I just realized you were the first female artist, to have three double R&B hits from a debut album.
Yes.
Usually it happens maybe like second, third album, but just to have that, I'm like, nobody could ever take away from that milestone of your history. And
Thank
whatever,
you.
go ahead, my bad, you go ahead.
No, I was going to say, yeah, I was really surprised at that. I'm in the Guinness World Book of Records for that. And I'm like, wow, I would have thought all these artists had, but no. So, yeah, we'll take that because I know they're counting, anytime the female artist released a record. So I know Whitney Houston released something with Jermaine Jackson. So that would have disqualified her because people were like, not even Whitney? Like, no, not even Whitney.
Yeah, because it's crazy though, because she was getting more numbers on the pop side than she did on the R&B side, which I was kind of strange, no matter how big her records was, at that time.
Oh yeah, but first, but it's nothing like, Whitney Houston with that you give good love, right? That's soulful
Yeah,
Whitney. And she opened the door for me to have a number one pop record with Romantic and a top five pop record with The Way I Feel About You and Jody and Janet. So we really are we like I said, Whitney Houston, will always be the queen
absolutely.
and the foundation of just Black music opening up the pop doors.
Yeah. This being Women's History Month, what does Women's History Month mean to you personally?
Oh my God. I'm like, it's always women's history to me
Yeah.
because I champion women all the time. I mean, I am the superwoman, so I love to support women and support each other. And we have to keep uplifting each other and pouring into each other. So the community of love, a shout out to all my beautiful sisters out here. I salute you.
Now, I want to ask you this. I don't know if this ever was in the cards. So in 2028, it'll be the fourth anniversary of your debut album, Karyn White. Would it be like some type of special, anniversary, y'all work on, or that has not really been planned out yet?
Look, you know what? You're gonna help me do this. Cause I always find out stuff from you. I'll be like, oh, today is the day. So say it again. It's my 2028 is my fourth
Your
40
40th anniversary, your debut self-titled
40th.
album.
Woo! Okay, yeah, we're gonna plan out something. I'm gonna have to tell Babyface in LA. We're gonna have to do something. We're going to have to do something. That's incredible. It's something I'm very proud of. And I'm proud that I was myself as well as Bobby Brown and the
Yeah.
Whispers. We were and Johnny Gill. We were really at the beginning of their career building that foundation for them to stand on. So we gotta get Babyface back in the studio.
The guys to the stuff. My favorite video you did was I Love the Way You Love Me. And
Yes.
there was a part though where it was like that little like kind of like it was like it was raining, but they had like the water on top.
Oh no, it was water. It was really water.
Really water.
It was a
Oh
fire
man.
hose. Yeah, yeah. We
It,
were at Venice Beach. So that's your favorite part?
and my favorite part, and I was like, is it really raining? What I'm saying, or they were just like a studio prop.
Right. Yeah, they had the fire hoses coming at us. But it was I think that's a lot of men love that part. I guess they like seeing a chocolate girl dripping with water on them. Slinging. Yeah,
Hey, but
men
y'all would
always
dance your
tell me
butt off in
like,
the
ooh, that's
video.
that part.
You dance your butt off. I mean, like you would dance your butt off in that video and stuff,
Thank
and
you.
everything. You
Right,
know,
with the heels
with
on, with the heels, like with the heels. They thought
the
Beyonce
hill.
was the only one. Like,
Yeah.
no.
For me, I know it's very late because I was like, I just now found out that you was named years ago was like the queen of New Jack Swing. Because we hear New Jack Swing, you hear about Keith Sweat, Bobby Brown. I was like, I didn't realize, she was named the queen of New Jack Swing. When people start calling you that, what was kind of go through your head at that time?
I mean, no, I didn't really know I was the queen of New Jack Swing until I came back and I started seeing articles and they were saying like, really? She was like a female Bobby Brown,
Yeah,
so I was like, you're right. Okay. A lot of up tempos, funky, edgy. I mean, it's really I'm glad I'm the queen of something.
yeah,
I'm excited to be that. But yeah, I remember LA Reid talking about, the very similarities between Bobby and I. And we toured together for 2 years. So
well,
we should have did something together, Bobby and I. That would have been dope. But we had the biggest tour that year. We beat out everybody.
yeah. I wish that you and Bobby could have did a song together, or
I
like
know.
he could have been
I
on one of your
know.
remixes or something, though.
I know. We were tripping. And I did, I would be in the studio doing backgrounds for Bobby's record. Like I sang on Roni and I can't even remember the other several songs on his album. But yeah, we should have done something together. Darn it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought to myself, I said, you would think the label would have came together and said, hey, let's get these two together and let's see
I
if we can make something out of
know.
this.
It's so crazy how things were back then. I guess we didn't have phones and everything. Everything was just different because like I think I only have like one decent picture of me, LA, and Babyface together. Can you believe that?
Wow, that's
And
crazy.
with right, and it's with Warner Brothers, Benny Medina. I was like, dang, we don't even have any pictures together. What was going on back then?
I guess what they say, like once you're in the moment, you kind of really think about anything till like the last beat, like, oh God, man, I wish I could have rewind time and did
Right.
something different or something.
Right. And we probably would have had like those Polaroid cameras or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I have the memories in my mind of how, how dynamic we were on stage, and even just being in the studio in Los Angeles, the face. I mean, Robbie Brown in one room, Pebbles in another, I'm in
Yeah.
another, Johnny Gill, and me going from session to session, and it just being such a beautiful time in music. And at that time, we all had something to prove. They were trying to be Jam and Lewis. They were like, we gotta. That was
Yeah.
their heroes, and who didn't want to be Janet, right? So it
Man.
was it was just a dope time.
Yeah, absolutely and stuff. Now, with this single, doing great on the charts and radio and stuff, are you working on an EP project or a full project, or are you kind of like just throwing out singles until you be like, hey, let's lock this album in. I think we got something, going.
Let me tell you something. It's the question I keep going back and forth because right now I have about 3 songs, but it's interesting being a legacy artist. When you're on the charts, you're spending the money at radio for promotion. You're spending the money at Tamron Hall because, I am the label. And then you go up, people go, oh, I didn't even know you had a record out. So sometimes you're like, it's interesting that the legacy artists, sometimes you wonder, do they really want new music? You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, that's
like,
true.
do
Yeah.
y'all really want this new music? So financially, it's like y'all gonna have to prove it to me that y'all really want some new music, because they say they do, but yet I don't really know. I know they're so happy with the past, and sometimes they just want to keep you there in the past, and just have those memories. But I'm hoping that I can definitely keep putting out enough singles to where they can see the new music, and financially that it'll make sense. But I'm down for it creatively.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie to you, people hit me up, they'll ask about you, other legends. I'd be like, hey, I'm not there. So, I mean, what can
Right.
I say?
And they'll
You'll
be
see
like,
it whenever they
right,
do.
where's she gonna put out something new? But it's like then when we put it out, it's like, do y'all really? It's so funny because I'll test people. I'm in the grocery store and I'm like, do you know I have a single out? And a lot of them don't. And I'm like, wow, it's interesting. So I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out with a legacy artist, and it's only a few of us on the charts, maybe like 10, 8 or 10. Because a lot of these charts are, the youth. So
Yeah.
but look, don't put us in a box. The thing is that they want. I heard somebody talking about, oh my God, Kehlani has folded and she's telling such a great story. That's why I was so big on TikTok. I was like, man, the 90s was nothing but stories. You
Yeah.
had Babyface pretty much writing majority of them, and Jam and Lewis and Prince. So,
Facts.
I'm just hoping, like I said, that us legacy artists will just keep doing it, knocking down doors. I'm hoping that I can pave the way for somebody else coming behind me that maybe says, oh, I didn't know we could still put out music and still, right now I'm so excited. I just got the Billboard numbers for this week. I went from 20 to 13. Yeah, to 13. And that's a huge jump. So I'm excited
Woo!
about that.
Congratulations.
Thank
Congratulations on
you.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to ask you, this one of the classic projects you was a part of, Freedom, was for, the all-star female. Was it like
Hmm.
was like for the Panther soundtrack or something like that?
Yeah, but Quincy Jones produced it. Yep, yep.
Yeah, because I thought to myself, I said, "Oh, I'm surprised nobody ever asked her that." And what was it like, being there with so many, great talented women at that time in that one room?
Ooh, it was something. seeing all of those women. I just wish I had more pictures. Yeah. I mean, everybody that was somebody in the 90s was there. So I felt really proud that I got picked. But yeah, it was a beautiful thing. I guess it probably felt like, you know, how when they did We Are the World, that was our version of that,
Yeah.
you know. So it was dope to be considered one of the tastemakers, and that the culture, like you said, I'm proud to be the girl from the hood that was in there representing South Central, Los Angeles, Inglewood.
Yeah, I tell you, because I remember when they first premiered it, saying, on Video Soul, and I was like, wow, this is, saying, dope just to see, all black women coming together. It is crazy. It's strange to say that you don't see that no more. You don't see like the younger generation trying to pick up where y'all left off at, far as the R&B women of today.
I know it's such a different time, and you know, the music business has totally shifted and changed, and I'm praying that, you know, with the shift of what Kendrick is doing in the music business, that is kind of getting back to you know, the art and the culture. I love that Jill Scott has an amazing project out right now, getting back to that real music, and you know, with the lyrics and the stories that she's telling. So I think there's hope. We just got to keep on, you know, coming up to bat, and I think when you have big artists like a Jill Scott coming out here and being number one, I'm excited about the possibilities of it.
Yeah, absolutely and stuff, Well, when you perform on stage, what the feel you get, like all the years, whenever you see fans just like raving, man, just to see your face.
Man, I don't know if you've seen my videos. I try to post a lot of my videos of performing, and they're so surprised because I have so much energy, man. Um, they're like, "How my God, you know, how are you doing it at this, you know, at your age? Are we the same age?" So I really love to be inspiration to you know, my fans from that era, and even for young people to say like, man, she still got it. And it's just beautiful, like I said, to inspire the youth and to also inspire our generation that, you know, keep dreaming, like being the better version of yourself. I don't want us to feel like, you know, we can't, you know, just because we're a certain age that it's over. So I'm always like, you know, I'm trying to be like Tina Turner and like Miss Diana Ross. Do you see her and how incredible her and Smokey
Yeah.
are out here? Gladys Knight, Patty, you know, Shaka, and just Melba Moore. I'm just saluting them, and I'm they're out here in this industry and making noise, and so I just want to be like that. I'm excited and grateful.
Now you have an anniversary coming up, 35th anniversary of your second album, Ritual of Love.
When is
And
that? 35th. Okay, this probably, I think it's September, huh?
yeah, September the 10th. Yeah, well, of course,
Oh,
we got like plenty of months ahead of us and stuff.
yes.
Oh man, and I just realized between 88 and 91, that 3 year period. Of course, back then, you could write off an album for like maybe 2 or 3 years and then, switch to the next. What was your fun memories, working on that second album at that time?
Okay, so 88, I was with you know, in Los Angeles, and then I went on the road with Bobby in 89. So we toured for like almost 2 years. So I was beat. I got off the road, and then Terry and I got into a relationship. I moved to Minnesota. I slept for like the first 3 months, and I'm not lying, literally. I
Wow.
was so tired. And then I was disappointed because I wasn't able to work with Ellie and Babyface on the second album. There was some kind of beef with the label, and so I was really disappointed. But I had really always wanted to work with Jam and Lewis, and who didn't? And so I was excited to definitely, you know, work with Jam and Lewis. It was an incredible time in Minnesota. Um, Learning so much from them, the creativity, and then just letting me be more involved in the project. And having Prince there, talking to Prince, because Prince was supposed to be on that album as well. But he told me, "Oh, you're in good hands with Jam and Lewis." But I'm like, no, because Prince is my favorite artist. I'm like, darn it. So I couldn't, beggars couldn't be choosy, right? So he's like, you're in good hands. So it was great writing Ritual of Love. And like I said, I really learned a lot. It was my first number one on the pop charts, knocking Cream out.
Woo.
And yeah, we both were on Warner Brothers, and it was an amazing time because I had wow, I had really jumped from just being this R&B to pop. So I just felt like what negative thing I don't like about it is that I had a lot of great music on that album that were ballads, and I felt like we didn't release a lot of the best music from that album. But
Yeah,
my fans, so every time I'm in a show perform, they want me to perform songs that weren't released because the album was so strong. So, but that's that. But I don't. That was my only regret is that we didn't release the right songs. But it was incredible working with Jam and Lewis, and again, I'm like the luckiest girl in the world at that time.
yeah, because that album had like enough legs, to really, if that label would have done it right, they could have done like a 2-year run, and just put
Oh
out
yeah,
videos and went
and
from there.
right, and this was the real thing is that I changed managers, and my manager managed George Michael. So um I felt like he was really pushing that album more pop. So and we should have stayed with my foundation, which was R&B more instead of just like trying to just jump over to
Yeah,
the pop charts. So that was a big lesson for anybody out there that's trying
yeah.
to go pop too fast and jump over. Make sure you solidify your base and make sure you're happy with what they want first.
I'm gonna tell you something's gonna blow your mind. So your music video, "Romantic," looking at that
Mm.
video, here it is, Killer 91. Il Vo's never gonna get it. I felt like whoever the director was kind of like copied what you did a year prior. And looking back at it, I was like, wait a minute now. The Hotel Blue, the pearls, and Karen had his own and Il Vo. I'm like,
Wow,
somebody's
you
coming up
got
with
a good
somebody.
eye. You got a good eye because it was the same director. He was a photographer and
Oh, okay.
really high end photographer for fashion. His name was, I don't even know if I'm going to say not was because his name is Matthew Ralston. And so you're right. That was, and we spent a lot of money, both of us, for those videos. Back in the 90s, they weren't playing with I heard L.A. Reid talking about how it was like the most successful era. Those videos were 300,000 and 400,000. I mean, just crazy. Like, what? And we had to recoup it, right? So we had to
Yeah,
be selling those kind of enough records to recoup those kind of budgets. So for me, on my first album, coming out, I didn't have those big budgets. So I was able to see a lot of money from my first album because our budgets were lower.
yeah. Yeah, and I like the videos because I always looking like to me, about the budgets, I was like the concept of the video. Hey, as long as it look good, hey, we can sell something from there.
Yes, and the thing about the 90s and 80s, that era was like you really that was a big part of being an artist. You couldn't just sing. Like you had to be an entertainer. Michael in the videos, Prince in the videos,
Yeah,
Madonna. So it was like you really I think that's why Janet and myself and Jody, we were able to really come in and because it was such a visual era.
yeah, absolutely and
Mhm.
stuff.
And Whitney, yeah, yeah, yeah. All those videos. I'm thinking about all those iconic videos that we all can just remember, right?
Yeah, absolutely. For you being as big as, and you don't see so much drastic changes and stuff, as far as like television, it's crazy when when MTV did play videos and BET and everything. Now we only have like, of course, my platform and everything else. If somebody would have told you in '88, said, "Hey, Karen, let you know that these video shows not gonna last long, so you can make the best album." What would be to your mind at that time?
I know. I mean, whoever would have thought that we wouldn't have had MTV, VH1, BET. Um, and you're so right because financially, it just shoot, you couldn't have told me that we weren't going to be listening to radio like that. Like, because there's some people that don't even listen anymore,
Yeah,
So yeah, it's all of it's changed, and I'm just thankful that you can't get stuck. You got to definitely keep evolving, and especially as a legacy artist. You gotta, like I said, Donna Ross, you better be up here. You better know. You better stay focused on what's happening out there. But
Yeah,
I love the fact that you still want to keep your individuality, and that's why I didn't spend a lot of money because I was like, do we even care about videos? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
we, yeah, you know what I mean? When you think about it financially, is that the best place to put it? So for me, I really made sure that I was able to, like I said, spend money on the horns, the live arrangements,
yeah,
and just the art. And I think Jill Scott felt the same way because if you see, everything she's doing is horns and, it's a big
yeah,
production to getting back to music. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
not tracks.
Yeah, I love her music though. Yeah, big shouts to her. She just put out a single not too long ago. The video,
Yeah, pressure. Yeah,
pressure.
yeah.
Yeah, it's hot
So much
though.
pressure to be just like them. Yeah, I love it. I'm so excited. She's got me excited like Kendrick. It's like her whole concept of what she was doing,
Yeah.
to whom it may concern. Um, and it's just yeah, you know how Kendrick just shook the whole entertainment industry up.
Hmm.
That's how I feel about what she's doing, and I'm really happy for her.
Not too long ago, correct me on this. You was honored by Black Music Honors, for R&B Icon Award. In your mind, when you was by yourself, what was going through your head? After after the awards was over with and everything, like, oh my God, I can't believe that I'm being, get my own flowers.
Man, I was so happy because I left the business for 17 years. Coming back has been very hard. So to receive this honor, because I was like, I just was, blown away, happy. And I felt like, it was beautiful to see them honor me and Shayla sing, and all the people that what forgot the other one to sing Love Saw at his name. He sang Babyface's part. I can't think of he's pretty popular right now too. But I just felt really honored, really happy, grateful and thankful. And it just lets you know, like, the work, cream rises to the top and it was just great to not be forgotten. Sorry.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I know you on the go because you got on the interview and stuff. But I want to thank you for taking the time coming on here on the R&B Talk Show. We definitely love to have you back, when you get the opportunity to drop a full album and break down songs, the backstories, and
Come on
what song will
now.
be a video and everything and stuff.
Thank you. I love your platform. I'm going to tell you again. It makes me
Thank you.
happy when I see that purple and yellow and green and see myself on the corner over there
Yeah,
in one
oh
of
yeah,
those
I gotta
videos.
celebrate you. It's only right, you know what I'm
Well, thank you. I appreciate you. And it was an honor and just fun talking with you. And yeah, catch up with me. We'll see if we make this album or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Karyn White, on the
Woo! Let's
R&B
go.
Talk
Let's
Show.
go.
Big shout out to Miss V. Big shout out to Derek Muhammad, for negotiate this interview and stuff.
Yes.
And
Thank you to my manager, Derek Muhammad. Okay.
yeah, absolutely, we are out of here.
We out.